Welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm Amanda and today we're playing with Mixed Media Mayhem, which is using a stencil, 2 or more sprays, and washi tape. It's also my counterfeit kit challenge for August, and I pulled out these 2 pictures of my kiddos when they were little. That park isn't even there anymore, so yeah, lots of fun. And so these are the washies I pulled out for my kit. I did not grab anything other than what I'd already pulled out, so if you want to see what's in my kit, that video went up yesterday because I'm a little behind right now, but that's okay. I'm not on any design teams or anything, so there isn't really a behind, I guess. So it's just something I do for fun right now. And why not? There's this flower one that's going down. I picked colors in yellow and pink, and there's a little blue and green on this flower, but a happy surprise is there's some bees on it as well. And if you're hearing people in my background, everybody's home today, so I guess it is what it is. I'm going to put these washi on in a repeating background. Some of these I'm not sure who they're from. Some of them are, this one here I'm pretty sure is a Studio Calico one from a kit from a long time ago. And then some of these are Simple Stories. So I think this one's a Simple Stories one. But I share all the washi that I put in my kit on my layout or my kit share that I posted yesterday. And I'm a little bit behind, but not really, because I do this for me and I'm not on any design team, so there's not really a behind because I just do this for me. But yeah, anyways, so I'm just gonna add some more. I really like this hexagon orangey yellow piece. It really matches the kit that we were counterfeiting this month. And then I really like this piece of washi, which is super old. Like, I think it was the first set of washi I ever picked up for myself, so very old, but it's still sticky and not like the weird I'm gonna go to bits. And then I'm gonna use this stencil. I think this is Scrapping Reflections. It came in a MK some assemblage required box that I ordered after the fact. So, and then I got all of the distress spritzes from Tim Holtz, all 12 of them that are released in a package all together from the scrap room, which was way more affordable. I was really happy to do it that way. So I have all of them. I don't have all the inks in these colors, but I have all the sprays. Anyways, I'm gonna open these up because they haven't been opened yet, and I'm going to pull over the 6x12 piece of paper that I cut off just so that I can test them on the same paper that I'm going to be putting them on, because yeah, sometimes things react differently to different paper. So I'm just spraying to see what colors I want. The top pink one's a little too pink, so I'm going to use that bottom one, which I think is Worn Lipstick. And then I think this one is Peacock Feathers. And then, so I'm going to spray a little bit of that one. And it's kind of the same color as the middle of those flowers, so I think I'll use that one. And then this is Fossilized Amber, which is a fancy way of saying gold because it's very shimmery gold. Look at that. So I'm going to spray that in first because it picks up the colors of my washi. And then spray in some of the Peacock Feathers. And then I'm going to do the same thing in the bottom corner. So I'm going to pull this off. And it did mask those corners. I am going to fix that. But I just didn't want it to like not be in the stencil. So that's Fossilized Amber again, and then the Peacock Feathers. And then I'm going to hit it with a little bit of my heat gun. That one needs to go back on. There we go. I'll do this pretty quickly. Doesn't have to be 100% dry. And then I'm just going to line this up on the top and on the bottom, and just spray a little bit of the peacock feathers through on both spots. And then I am going to put this away to dry. It will get a little bit of a heat gun eventually too, after I splatter with worn lipstick. So get some pink splatters, and it ties that pink in, and then that's gonna sit to dry. And then I was thinking about what to do for background paper and matting. I thought about that piece that's in my kit that's a scrap, and I was like, maybe not. I am going to fix down my washi first, so I'm going to put a line of glue, and then I'm just going to fold these all over, and that glue will hold the washi on my page. And then if there's any that kind of come up on the top part, I'll just go in and fix them with glue after. But for the most part, these ones have been really good about staying on the page. So, and then this side too. My apologies if people are really noisy today again. I'm hearing everybody, but I don't know if you're hearing everybody, so is what it is, I guess. And still looking at this. And so I'm thinking maybe I will rotate my paper, so now it's going from bottom to top instead, and I pulled out some cardstock, and I'm going to mat both of my pictures in black and pink, and the black is going to go inside and the pink is going to go outside like that. And I'm not going to make you watch all of the matting, just a little bit of it, just so you get an idea. Just this one. So 5x7, and I did 2 ticks on my trimmer up from the 5 and the 7, and then this one is 3 more than that, because I didn't really think about that part of things. And then my little one gets a little bit more of a pink border, because that's what I wanted, and my little one is up on craft foam as well. And then I pulled out these chrysanthemum. I have the stamp, stencil, and die cut for it. And this stamp, I love how Pink Fresh has a whole bunch all together, but it does not fit on my platform very well. So I had to change that around so it would pick it up. And so in across or across, it's not going to fit, so I have to do a diagonal. So I'm going to stamp one of these for you to see in black ink. And so lining those up, and I wish I had a little bit stronger magnets, and I might get stronger magnets. I know I can pick them up, I just haven't yet. And so just pouncing, using my tool to get that ink on there, realigning my paper because it tends to shift when I pull it up, and then do it again. And so this one didn't stamp perfect, it did shift a little bit, but I'm still going to use it. And then I'm going to do that with 5 more pieces of paper, or 4 more pieces of paper, so I have 5 sets of these. And so I did make you watch all of that, and then I'm going to use the stencil, and I'm going to use the stencil once, and then I'll do the rest off screen too. So these are lovely because they're numbered. So you could do them in different orders of numbers, but totally could do them in the same order or different order. So I pulled out some of the pink and some of the yellow and the green that I have. So I'm just looking to see what I have out. The yellow, that bright yellow I didn't want to use, so I pulled out this more muted one, and I pulled out the Hero Arts pigment one. I'm also going to use a random green pigment one. I'm going to start with this pale pink, which I like, other than it did smear that black a little bit, but I could have gotten away with that if I had heat set first, but I didn't want to, so I didn't, and it's not a big deal. I'm the only one who actually notices, so it's all good. So then I'm going to use this yellow, and I'm just looking at it on the side just to make sure it's what I want. And then That's the second one. The third one is back to the pink. And this one's a little harder for me to line up, but it happens. You get it eventually. I thought I'd mark it, and then I didn't mark it right. And, whatever. Getting my head in the way because I'm trying to line it up. There we go. And so instead of using that darker pink, I'm just going to use the same pink, and I'm going to go heavier handed just to give it that depth. But I didn't want to put that hot pink is really hot pink, so I decided against it. And then I'm going to use this yellow, and I'm going to try doing it heavy handed with the yellow I was using, but I don't find that one's quite enough. But also I'll look at it and go, that's all right. I'm gonna get the green on. So this is the 5th stencil, and I'm going to not use that bright one on top. I'm going to use the more yellow toned green, because that's more of the green that's in the washi tape. So I didn't want to go really out there. So this is 1/2 of the leaves, and a couple of the buds, and then the last one does the other half of the leaves and gives some highlights on that bud. And so I decided for this one, so just use my brush a little bit, and I decided I wanted it to be more different. So I'm going to use this pigment green that is a no-name one. I don't know what it is, but it's a little bit darker, and that pigment sits on top, and it just gives a different texture, and I like it. So making sure there's a good amount, and then that one is done. I'm going to go back and do this yellow, and so I'm going to use the Hero Arts pigment yellow on top because I liked what the green looked like. So, and so just getting that lined up again, and it's a mini. I like the mini cubes. I think these are Spellbinders. They could be Gina K. I have a few Gina K ones, and I have a few Spellbinders ones. And then this is them all done up. Look at all those, are pretty. So they're not all quite perfectly the same, but that's okay. And I just wanted to show you how I cut one of these because it is a little longer than my platform. So I didn't know that. So I'm just going to take off the paper because obviously the extra part on that 8.5 by 11 is not going to go through. And so we're going to get this all lined up, and I'm going to use the mint tape again, which is like a low tack. It doesn't rip the paper, and this is like thin, like printer paper. It doesn't rip this paper either, so that's awesome. And then I'm just going to run through what I can, and then I'm going to go back, and then I just turn around. I could just turn the whole plate around. I shoved that one forward and back, and there they go. And out they punch really nice and easy. And I'm not going to make you watch all of the other cutting of the 5 other sheets because that's pretty repetitive. They will just be magically done here. Okay, and so here's my layout. And now I'm going to play with all of these that I cut out. So there's 5 pages of them. So I have lots of leftovers. I definitely am not going to use that many, but I thought it would be, I like these colors anyway. So I thought it would be great to just have some extras. So it's also going to be great because when I showed my kiddos this page, they both want it, which is not quite normal. Usually one of them's like, meh, that's fun, Mom, whatever. And the other one's like, oh, is that mine? This time it was both of them were like, is that for my book? For one of your books. So I'm just gonna use my T-square and get this on straight for the 5x7. I do have another 5x7. I don't have another one of these little ones, but I can print another one off. And this was super easy to do, and it's all stuff that I have. Except for there's a word and a circle piece that goes on here in a minute and a word strip. But for the most part, I can set this up almost exactly the same. So I will probably do that, because if they both really like it, they both like the flowers from this stem set. Wow, brain didn't want to work there. And so I'm getting some of this down. I like how that overlaps. I was going to overlap with some of it underneath, but it doesn't matter. There's not really anything important there. Just the bottom of the hot slide. This was early in the morning, so it wasn't hot yet. So I think it was in the summer, because I'm a teacher and mornings in summer works well. And my husband's not in any of these pictures, so I know it was not on like a weekend day. So, but man, they're so cute. So I'm just kind of making a cascade of them down from the upper left, but I'm not pulling them all the way to the bottom. So just figuring out where I want them to go. There was one of the kiddos' hands. Both of them came in to visit with me while I did this one. So they both really like the flowers, which is kind of funny because neither one of them are big flower fans, but these ones they liked. My youngest is saying, you should put a whole bunch right here, right there. Do that one. She's 13 now, so she's like, Mom, do it here. Mom, do this. I'm like, I have my own idea. Let me play. Please just let me play, because that's what I like to do. I liked how this one framed that corner, and so that worked out really well. And because it's printer paper and ink, I have no problem with like cutting things off and putting things over top and layering and that kind of stuff, because I can make more, which is the lovely thing about having stamps and stencils that go with your stamps. Is, man, it made it quick and easy and pretty fast, and look how pretty it is, and I didn't have to color any of those by hand. So much fun. This one's gonna get tucked underneath and over top, and that was perfect there. I thought about doing a little bit on the bottom, but I decided no. And then I was thinking about doing some enamel dots, but I wasn't feeling it on this one, so those went away. I thought about using some of these. They were a dollar store packet, and there's some massive butterflies in there. I'm gonna have to do something with them, but not on this one. That ladybug would have been cute, but not the right yellow. I looked at these. I thought maybe the black, but I didn't really like the black, and the red didn't match, and the green was too out there. I am gonna pull a word bit from this one in a second. And then I open up this Heidi Spot sticker book. And so this one says Fun Times. That one could have stayed. It doesn't. This Explorer definitely is going to stay. It's in a rose gold. Rose gold? Yeah, rose gold. Which is fine. Kind of complements all the pink. This Wonderful would have been kind of cute in any of those spots, but I wasn't feeling it. So, and then that banner piece is going back. I'm going to take a little bit more of a look. There are some. I'm going to try and get this Have Fun on here, but I didn't really leave a spot for that. The Explorer is not going to come up. So, because I was thinking over top of that bit there, not going to work. But I'm going to put some hearts And it doesn't bother me, I can see through these ones, but if it bothers you for these kind of stickers, just put them on cardstock and fussy cut them out. I'm gonna ruffle these up a bit to add a little more dimension. I'm gonna do this clear sticker, and I'm gonna pull off this long one that says, "This moment is one I never want to forget," because they were so cute together. And it is definitely gonna go up there. I'm just gonna get it nestled a little bit better. And I was thinking about this other one, but I didn't like how it went over top their legs. It could have fit there, but kind of wanted it to lead into the Explorer. I don't remember what it says now, but it's not going on anyway, so it doesn't matter. And then I thought about these Studio Calico chipboards. So that XO, actually I really like it there. And I might put it back on. This 2 of a kind is really cute too. Because, yeah, but nope. And looking at some of my stuff I pulled out and put in the side there, and I'm going to pull out, I've got other chipboard from, I think these are Studio Calico. And this one says "Simply Amazing," and it's going to just get nestled right there. Not like that. I thought about it lower, but no, I just like how the flowers work perfect. And then I have to move this heart, so it's just going to get nestled right underneath this flower. Almost done. I thought about putting this sun on here, but nah. Doesn't need it. Anything else? Nope, I don't think so. And then I'm going to put some more splatter on here. And so I pulled out the peacock feathers. And when I shook it, it like leaked everywhere. And so I'm just pulling this off, and look at it. Oh, so leaked. And then I was just trying to get some of that splatter off, and a huge bubble of mess at the top there, but I'm going to fix some of it. Most of it you can't see after I get going. So I do dab it up, use it to do the splatter I want to. It still has quite a bit. I was trying to clean it up because I wanted a little bit of that as a splatter. And I'm going to do a little splatter on this flower, and then I'm just going to cover up the flower that got all messed up. And that works out pretty good. That that blob above dries quite a bit more muted, so it's not as big of a deal. And then just a few more, just getting it cleaned up, because there was like, I don't know why it leaked, but it leaked everywhere. And then I'm thinking I'm done, so I'm going to stand up, I'm going to do the close-up, and then I'm going to decide that that Simply Amazing just needs a little bit more splatter, just the tiniest bit. So I'm going to take the paintbrush I was using, add a little more splatter, and then I want to add a little bit more depth. So I'm just going to take it and run it along this side, and it makes it look like there's kind of a shadow there. And I like that. And pretty close to done. Now we're done. I'm just going to show you that Simply Amazing because the rest of it went up already. And then there's some close-ups here. And I would love it if you liked my video. If you're new to me, I would love to have you here more often as a subscriber. I will have some other videos linked here, as well as a playlist for all the mixed media mayhem creators that pop their stuff into the playlist. So thank you so much for watching. There are some buttons here. Have yourself a wonderful day.